David Menzies for Rebel News here in Thorold, Ontario, and I'm standing outside the Niagara Detention Centre. And we're here because we believe this is where a monster is being housed right now. And I don't think I use that word lightly because, again, in the department of not again, we have a story of an individual, Daniel Senecal, aka Danny Senecal, being arrested for multiple offenses, the worst being the sexual assault. And when I say sexual assault, I mean all-out rape on a toddler under the age of 5. It's absolutely despicable. I'm just going to run down how the mainstream media is covering this story. Quote, on Sunday morning, Niagara Regional Police responded to a medical assistance call at a residence near Crowland Avenue and York Street. Officers found signs of forced entry and quickly launched a criminal investigation. The child was transported to an out-of-region hospital for advanced care. The toddler under the age of 5 is in stable condition. While the suspect was inside the home, the child was allegedly sexually assaulted without the parents knowing, authorities noted. After a witness came forward claiming to have video surveillance of the area, police reviewed the video and identified a suspect. Police have charged 25-year-old Daniel Senecal of Welland with multiple offenses, including aggravated sexual assault on a person under 16, assault by choking, break and enter, and sexual interference, end quote. Now, folks, there's a couple things not being reported via Mark Carney's funded mainstream media outlets. In fact, the only mainstream media outlet I found reporting the details we're going to bring to you was the Times of India, if you can imagine. For starters, as I alluded to earlier, that assault was rape, and allegedly that toddler needed several hours of reconstructive surgery for her anus and vagina. That's how heinous it was. And the offender, yes, somebody who had previously been convicted of sexual assault, someone yet again let out early. And someone is, well, I'm using someone because is it a he, him, or a she, her? Here's part of the grift. Daniel Senecal is now going by the name of Danny, the feminine way, D-A-N-I. He says he's a she. So he, him has been replaced by she, her. And that's all you have to do. You don't need to get the surgeries. You don't need to take the hormones. You just say, I identify, therefore I am. And the prison system will accommodate you. And we were tipped off that this man, and that's what he is, and we know he's a man given the gross extent of the injuries he foisted upon a female toddler. He's saying he's a she, so he's now segregated in a separate cell, and he's being treated as a female prisoner. For example, if he has to be strip searched, it's female prison guards that have to do it. Can you believe how gross that is? Those poor female prison guards have to strip search an obvious genetic male and pretend this is a female? Are you kidding me? And you know, I don't think I'm stretching the truth here, folks. I mean, just look at the photographs of this man. I mean, say what you will about Busty Lemieux, at least he went to the effort of pretending he was a female, albeit a grotesque caricature of a female, by putting on a wig and those ridiculous Z-cup fake boobs. But this guy, he's just saying he's a female, and we're acquiescing to him because otherwise it would be transphobic, you see? If he's, and meanwhile, a serial sex offender, the authorities, the politicians, they can't stop to think, do you think he's, I don't know, maybe lying? Do you think he is saying that so he can get into a female correctional facility? Because that's what's going on in Canada. Do you think he's pretending to be female so that the fox can literally get put into the chicken coop. It is absolutely unbelievable. Now, I have reached out to regional police, and I guess because it's a trans issue, you can't say anything negative, because, you know, the prevailing slogan in certain circles in society these days is, if it's trans, it's good, and if it's good, it's trans. So we've come all the way to Thorold to pay a house call. Let's see what the people, the gatekeepers, have to say at the Niagara Detention Center. And I'm just here to find out if this is where Daniel, aka Danny Senecal, is being kept.
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to give out information here at the door.
Oh, okay. Well, that question aside then, we understand, I'll put it in a general sense, if a male says he is a female, is he treated as a female, i.e. he's put in a separate cell, he's strip searched by female guards?
I don't know. I can't answer questions up here.
Well, there you have it, folks. We did try. As I said earlier, we reached out to Niagara Regional Police. No response, even though they have a media relations line. We paid a house call to the detention center, and we got the old Sergeant Schultz routine, didn't we? I know nothing. I saw nothing. Even though I just wanted to know, in general terms, what the trans policy is. And I got to say, I'm not very hopeful of any kind of reform. After all, this soft on crime approach came in under the Justin Trudeau Liberals. It was under Justin Trudeau that he allowed male offenders to be incarcerated with female offenders if they identify as female. Oh, and by the way, how's this for a fun fact, air quotes? Did you know the majority of so-called trans women in prison, that is men pretending to be women, are there based on sexual assault crimes? Gee, now why would they want to get into a female prison? And the thing is, folks, I don't see this getting better under Prime Minister Carney. I don't see Carney getting tough on crime. And I sure don't see Carney taking a stance against transanity. After all, one of Prime Minister Carney's daughters is now identifying as a son. What do you make of this?
First thing first, I'd like to say, not only you do you think that individual is a male, I feel like the majority of Canadians that live in Canada believe people like that is a man, obviously based on their features. And I feel like living in Canada, I'm actually American, but living in Canada majority of my life, accidents like this are starting to occur more and more often and at a daily basis. I feel like as soon as the transgenderism occurred within a society, the Yehud, accidents like this keep on coming. I feel like we must put an end to this. We must put an end.
I agree. The only thing I would, dispute you on is the use of the word accident. I think it's deliberate that he's saying he's a female. I mean, imagine he's a serial sex offender. Why wouldn't you want to be in a female institution? It's kind of like putting the fox into the hen house, isn't it?
Exactly. I feel like people like this who commit horrible crimes should put in prison with other men who commit similar crimes like this individual. No matter what gender they are, they deserve the worst punishment possible.
You know what, folks? We came down to the Niagara region not just to do journalism, but to launch a campaign regarding this heinous case. As you can see, we brought our beautiful Jumbotron-equipped truck with us. And if you are as revolted about the Daniel, aka Danny Senecal fiasco, please go to transmadness.com. That's transmadness.com. Sign the petition. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation so that we can cover the expenses of bringing our truck all the way down from Toronto. My thanks in advance.